Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, wherever it is you are watching from, and welcome into MotorMouth Broadcasting as we come into the Motor City for Michigan International Speedway this evening. It's the I2I Motorsports Craftsman Truck Championship for round one here this season. Hamish Runner here with you alongside Jim Cunningham once again as we bring you all the action from one of the toughest little ovals out in the land. Truck action as we race here, light in the rear end. It's a bit different than the Xfinities, and it's going to be a bit of a test for these drivers this season. We've got a hell of a lot of rounds to come your way across a hell of a lot of weeks and a hell of a lot of months. It's all starting this evening here at Michigan. Jim, it's a big night of racing for us. We bring truck action to MotorMouth. We bring it to I2I as well, and this is going to be a fun season. I am so looking forward to it. Michigan is a tough circuit. Good possibility of some cautions being thrown, especially as the tires start to wear down. I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season. It's good to be back with you again here at I2I. I'm only going to be here for a few weeks, and then it's going to be you and a much better commentator than me with you and O'Leary. So the fans will be in for a treat this season with you two doing most of these races. I'll be popping in and out from time to time. But, yeah, it's great to be here. And, of course, tonight's race is the MotorMouth Broadcasting 100 here live from Michigan.
Please tell me you paid for these naming rights, Jim.
It was kind of a trade, so to speak.
Oh, I see.
I gave them nothing. I asked if it was okay, and they said yes. Since they didn't have a race sponsor, so I just asked. So that's it, basically. So yes, I paid greatly, but no, it's this is a good track. I mean, it's a wide, slick track. It gets really greasy and slippery, especially in these track conditions. I looked earlier, and the temperature during practice was 99 degrees. As you can see down there in the bottom, somebody's sliding sideways and bouncing it off the wall. I got a feeling it's going to be really slippery and really greasy. And what you've got is this is I2I's, some of the newer people that have joined the league, and they're going to kind of work their way up through the trucks. And of course, next season following this will be they're going to be running next gen cars, and so I guess these people just kind of like prove yourself to work your way up into next gen. And we have a few of the I2I regulars that wanted to come down here and have some fun, a little less pressure on them to do all the races or whatever, and just have some fun with it. So yeah, it's going to be a great season.
Going to be fantastic. 15 weeks of racing to come your way with a little break in the middle thanks to Christmas and New Year's. From October the 11th to February 7th, we'll be bringing you the action pretty much every single week. As I said, there's a sort of 2 to 3 week break in the middle there for Christmas and the holidays. We start tonight at Michigan. Oh, we do have a schedule. We do indeed. Starting out at Michigan, and we head out then to Talladega next week, and then to Texas Motor Speedway, IRP, which is going to be probably a caution fest, Jim, being a short track and knowing how we've been at short tracks before. That's going to
will be,
yeah. That's going to be a caution fest. Las Vegas Motor Speedway then for round 5. We then head out to North Wilkesboro, then Chicagoland on the 22nd of November. Bristol will start us out in December. The Red Bull Ring will be the return of Jim to the broadcast booth as we go road course racing
it will
once
indeed.
again. And I'll be going road course racing that day. Daytona will then see us return after the holiday break, just after New Year's, for round 10. Then it's out to Watkins Glen for another road course race, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Pocono, Martinsville, and then Homestead, Miami at the very end of the season, 55 laps. The races are obviously slightly shorter than what we did last season, for the fact of that it is a sort of a recruitment season this season for I2I. It's to get a feel for everyone, it's to have a bit of fun, hence why they're allowing me to wildcard at Red Bull Ring and possibly at Watkins Glen as well. But it's going to be a fun season, Jim, and I'm excited because I drove the trucks. Yes, I drove it at the Red Bull Ring. I didn't drive it in an oval, but this car is going to be very difficult to drive this season. A little bit more difficult, I would say, than the Xfinity car was, and I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to from the drivers as well. And obviously, we saw at the start of last season how chaotic it got so early on in the season, and it was a little bit of a massaging period of just trying to get the knots out of the back and trying to sort themselves out. By the end of the season, we were at a relatively clean point. So oftentimes we can find with leagues that you can take a few steps backwards a little bit at the start of a new season, and because drivers been away, drivers have been out of the sim. But to be fair, we've only been a week since we were last here with I2I, so there shouldn't be too much tarmac rust for them coming into these cars. It may just come down to if they're comfortable in the trucks and how quickly it will take them to get comfortable, and how quickly it takes them to be able to drive, side by side in close battles without getting into too big of a wreck.
Well, that's all fine in theory, except for the fact that over half of these drivers didn't race in the Xfinity series last season.
That's the other big point of that too, is not everyone raced last season. So there's obviously pressure on the drivers who did race last season to perform well, but also to race nice and clean, and then for new drivers to step up and get into a prominent position, we'll say, and get themselves into a proper position too. Qualifying's underway. You mentioned it was 99 or now 97 degrees track temp, 70 degrees ambient. So it's actually cool ambient temperatures, but the circuit temperature is quite hot for the tarmac. So it's absorbed the heat quite a lot. A little bit of wind, which to the northeast direction is probably going to, I think it gives a pushing wind down the back straight, so that could affect the run in towards turn 3 and 4. So this is, I don't want to say it's going to be a caution fest, Jim, because I don't actually know. I think it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a caution fest, or we'll only have a couple of cautions, and we'll probably have a really good green period in the middle of the race. There's no stages this season, so it's going to be from flag to flag. But we do have green, white, checkered scenarios at the end of the race possibly to come our way too. I don't think qualifying is going to be as important as last season, based on that fact.
I think at certain tracks, more important than others. Obviously, these short tracks that are coming up on the schedule, track position is hugely important, and that's a different kind of strategy, and qualifying is more important at those places. I don't think qualifying is going to be super important here, just from the simple fact that, it's a wide track, and you've got time to work your way up a little bit. But, when you get to the North Wilkesboro and I forgot what the other, was it Martinsville?
IRP.
IRP. Yeah. IRP. Yeah. That's going to be hugely important because those tracks are going to be hard to pass.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of cautions. It's going to be.
I think there's 5 races that qualifying is going to be important, Jim. More important than the others because of the lack of stages this season. So IRP, North Wilkesboro, Red Bull Ring, Watkins Glen, Martinsville. They're going to be the 5 that qualifying is going to be key. And being able to qualify at the front is going to be key as well. Because the road courses, qualifying is going to be important because not just the factor of me being there, and not just the factor of, say, Jack Anderson being there as well, because we know how strong he is at road courses. It's because these guys may not have as much road course experience, especially driving these cars, as much road course experience as others. If they can't qualify up the order, they could get caught up in somebody's wreck because they're not used to obviously being under brakes, having the car under load, trying to go through right-hand turns and stuff like that. And there could be quite a lot of chaos in the mid-pack. We saw how it was at Red Bull, as that's a wild slide from the 22 car across the infield onto the exit of pit lane, and that's going to end qualifying for Nick Meadows.
I'm pretty sure that was his last lap anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
So qualifying at, Watkins and at Red Bull is going to be quite important, obviously, because any advantage you can get over other drivers who may have as little experience as you may do at road courses, that's only going to benefit you throughout that race. You've then obviously got to try and climb the mountain of beating drivers who have got road course experience and stuff like that. But
this is an interesting paint scheme here.
Yeah. Zach Smathers.
Yeah. Looks I don't know, looks like a 3-year-old did it.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it's almost been made in MS Paint.
It does indeed look
interesting.
It does. Looks like something something my son did.
I'm getting some deja vu off it, Jim. I feel like I've seen that paint before somewhere. I'm not quite sure who would have ran it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it goes back to early in the Xfinity season last year. As looks like
my memory has not been restored by that clue, Jim, I must say. So qualifying will come to an end, and we'll get ourselves prepared for the race to come. Warm-up session's about to get underway. 5 minutes for the drivers just to get themselves a little bit more prepared for Michigan Speedway here this evening. It's going to be a tough race, Jim. It's, Michigan, I think, as you said, it's slippery. Tire wear is going to be a problem as well. I think drivers who are running low line are probably going to wear out their tires a lot more than those who can run mid, maybe up towards high line. But we saw the issue that Nick had there was the rear end just got super loose. And that's one of the big issues with the trucks is they're so loose in the back end because of how obviously the aero works in these cars and how the weight transfer works in these cars as well. I almost have a feeling that more cautions are going to get brought out this season by driver error, more so than two cars coming together.
Yeah, I can see that. What's funny is I like driving the trucks because I like driving a really loose car. So for fixed setups, this to me is the best one of the NASCAR vehicles because it's the loosest. So I like that. I hate a car that that pushes, So for me, I enjoy driving these, but yeah, if you're not comfortable driving a loose race car, then these things are going to give you fits for sure.
Well, it'll be an interesting scenario here this evening for the drivers to prepare themselves for what is to come here out at Michigan. 50 laps. We've got a 75% fuel capacity. No stages, as I mentioned. One green-white checkered attempt. Drivers have got 2 fast repairs. So they've got 2 lifelines in this race, Jim, if they get caught up in a wreck to get back and running again. 75% fuel capacity. But what would that give us? Maybe pit stop by, I don't know, lap 15 or something? Lap 20?
To be honest with you, I really don't have a handle on that here. We're going to be playing it I'm going to be playing it by ear anyway. The person I got my information from did not provide me with a fuel number, so I'm a little bit flying blind on this one.
Well, the drivers definitely won't be flying blind. They'll be looking well ahead of them to try and get prepared for what can happen next night.
This right here is a fantastic looking paint scheme.
Oh, look at that. Look at that paint scheme.
I mean, it's beautiful.
That there is a game-winning paint scheme, Jim,
indeed,
comparatively to his previous paint scheme of the
it's a
Xfinity
whole different animal there, literally. Yeah, that's a beauty right there. Look at that.
Do we think he's playing favorites by running such a paint scheme, Jim?
I mean, I don't know. I can tell you this much. You're going to see this.
He didn't. He didn't because he lost a bet and he didn't win the Xfinity Championship, so he has to run the LSU paint this season.
Look, folks, I'm gonna be honest with you. He threatened to wreck this truck just because it had this paint scheme on it. So there's that. But I tell you what, it is such a beautiful paint scheme. Wish I knew who that was in front of him. Well, they're not going to be in front of him long. So, but that again, that's LSU. So he should go flying right on by. I have to say, he could have really cheapened this up. And he decided to wreck somebody on the way, though.
The 4 car. I mean, he's like, get out of the way, Paul Harris.
That's right. Well, it's Paul Harris, so he has a lot of experience coming up and hitting Paul Harris from behind. So.
Well, he was just giving him his receipt for the final round of the Xfinity Championship where Paul dumped him on lap 1. So
he did. Was it lap 1? I know he dumped him.
It was the end of lap 1, start of lap 2. Paul dumped him on the finish line.
He decided to spin it out and put it in the wall. But you know what? That truck will fix itself. That LSU, yes, it's LSU. It will recover on its own.
Yeah, LSU doesn't lose to Pitt.
No.
Florida State does apparently.
Apparently, yeah. The Schittsburg Panthers are.
I learn more and more every week, Jim, about college football.
Yes. Well, we'll turn you into a fan because college football is definitely a real sport.
I can't wait to not choose LSU as my team, Jim.
Well, there's losers everywhere. That's okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't. I don't go to college in the US, so I don't have an affinity for anyone.
All the more reason to pick LSU. It's your
that's
kind of
just
it's
spite,
you
Jim.
and Jack's kind of school. Actually, it is a party school, and it's 90 minutes from New Orleans, Mardi Gras, all the good things, Bourbon Street, all the good things that come with New Orleans. But here we are. We are about to get going here. It looks like
It's done. And
yes.
gridding is about to get set up for the drivers as Michigan gets us prepared to go racing.
All right, here we go.
Starting grid for tonight's race will be as follows. Trey Jones will start ahead of Kevin Battering on the front row of the grid. Nick Meadows and Bailey Brannon starting behind them. Trey Martin, Johnny Suggs with Jesse James and Aposi Karina in P8. Tyler Lucas, Robert Stevens Jr. for the top 10. Charles Rinker starting ahead of Jason Reeves on the 6th row of the grid. Zach Smathers and William Hawker on the 7th row with Taylor Strong and Paul Harris in the top 16. Phil Manzo will start ahead of Tyler Miller with Cody Pruitt and Trey Graber for the top 20. Josh Whitmore will start ahead of Daniel Wing with Caleb Ross. Sean Skolthesis ahead of David Gosnell, and Nate Owen for the top 26. Chris Hone, B Strong, will start for the top 28 with Cody Nelson, Ryan Simmons ahead of Austin Norris and Nathan Merrifield. John Roberts, Jacob Miller and Devin Black will make up the 35-car field. And I must say, Jim, Devin Black, what a racer's name that is.
Yeah, well, I like the way you skipped over Phil. What's it? Phil
Manzo, the hitman.
Yes, the hitman. I like the way you skipped over.
The problem
his
is, Jim. The problem is, and Earnhardt Jr. said it best himself. You can't give yourself a nickname.
That's right. That's right. Cannot.
So Phil's going to get his own nickname from us.
Well, I already have one nickname here. I would like to point out that we have. Let me find him here in the field. Where is he at? He is starting eighth, and he is driving the 42 truck. And let's see. Let me zoom in on him. I got to find my camera.
Karina.
Yes, and so we're just going to have to say, "Ring around, ring around the rosy. Here comes a posy."
Oh my! So we're
Yes.
gonna. So
Plus, he has
what you're saying
Pennzoil
is,
and Shell on the car.
So what you're saying is a Posey's nickname should be merry-go-round.
Could be. All right,
Could be. Pace car's going to come in though. Michigan is about to get lit up with NASCAR truck action as the season begins. Lights out. And Michigan gets roared away with V8 action and changing of lanes. And there's already a car round off the start. It was Will Hawker. Multiple cars involved. It's already a caution, Jim. Zach Smathers has been put onto the infield, but we lasted about, I would say, 15 feet.
Yeah, 20 maybe.
Before the yellow flag was thrown.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, here we go.
So we need to watch. I think it was the DeWalt car. I'm trying to find who it was, actually.
Oh, well, they got.
It was Jason Reeves.
They got
Jason
stacked
Reeves.
up. Here, let's see. Let's go back here
Jason
one
Reeves
more time.
gets turned.
Where is Jason Reeves?
He's a bit. There he is, right there, just at the bottom of the screen. So
they
he
stack
gets turned
up.
by. Yeah, stacked up and then drilled into by Hawker, and all hell breaks loose.
Who was that? That just full send it. Let's go, baby. I don't care if they're wrecking.
So Hawker drove right into the back of him and put him into a real pickle.
We got. I see what you did there. We have to, folks. We have to stop watching Days of Thunder. You don't just floor it and head right for the wreck. Okay, that was a movie. And it was meant so that the star of the movie would end up in the hospital to tell the whole story. Just gas it up and head for the wreck. Let's go.
Apparently that's how it happens. But as the yellows brought out, maybe we could ask William actually what his thought process was. He's in the waiting room, so let's drag him in.
Oh, here we go.
William?
I'm curious to see what that looked like.
You just drilled Jason Reeves.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. So give me the rundown on that, boys. What happened in front of us?
So they started stacking up.
Yeah.
And you you just played Days of Thunder and decided you were going to hammer it and drive right for the wreck.
Oh, so okay, so it was me then. I just went right into him.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, well then I guess I'm the asshole.
Well, you
put him in a real pickle.
Yeah, you did put him in a pickle.
Yeah, go on and play on that pickle. I'm gonna have to
Whoa,
go back and watch
now.
that because like we just took off and all of a sudden they just break and then just collide and I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know why they were slowing up like that. I mean, we've had one pass over. Oh, I appreciate that the actual iRacing safety car truck is now the safety car. That's amazing.
Yes. So here I'm gonna play it back one more time. I'm gonna play it back one more time so that from your perspective.
I don't have it
no,
pulled up right now.
that's all right. This is from your perspective though, so you're gonna be able to see it later. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this for you now.
Will's in pit lane. He could look at it right now.
Oh well, I'm screwing up. So I got there too late.
That's all good.
Hold on.
We got time. We got time. We got time, boys.
Yeah, we're still under caution. We're fine.
All right. Yeah, here we go. So this is from your perspective here.
So from
They're
Will's
gassing it up
perspective, he actually can't see
No, he can't.
the change of lane until the very
it's
last
okay.
minute.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
No, you could, but it's more fun to mess with you than it is to give you like credit like
That's
you couldn't
true.
see.
I'll take it. Let's go, boys. Give it to me.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
Hamish. I know Hamish has got it.
I will
So,
rip into you.
There
Like
you go.
a jar of pickles, I will rip into you. Well, we'll get back out there. We'll see how you go off the restart. Hopefully this time you're not held up in a pack of cars that decide we're gonna slow up because someone changes lanes.
Was there an accordion in front of us, or
Yes.
was I just an idiot?
No, it was an accordion.
Someone changed lanes. They braked to change lanes after the line, and it just caused two cars ahead of you.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like a complete idiot and was just ran into somebody.
By the way,
this wasn't like Paul at the last round of the Xfinities. You're fine.
I did not realize that your name was Richard. I didn't realize that was your pickle Richard, huh? I didn't realize that. Interesting.
Richard Cranium.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's true. Yes. I knew that was. I knew Cranium was your middle name. Yeah, I knew that.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Have a good go. Catch you in a little bit.
Thanks so much. We like to have fun.
Yes, little Richard Cranium action there right off the bat.
So smart decision here. Zach Smathers, I've noticed, has not used one of his fast repairs in pit lane. Neither did Jason Reeves. They actually elected to go back to pits and just fix the car.
Yeah.
Save the fast repair for later in the race. Smart choice. I mean, they've got two to use, but you might as well save them up for later on.
I got a feeling you might need them.
You might just need them based on that one, but we'll see. Green flag's out, though. Lap 5 of 50 about to get underway as Michigan lights us up once again. And Trey Jones leads us around turn 1.
As per my norm, I forgot to do the restart zone. We'll start that at the next time around. Because I normally forget that, but we got a good one this year.
Well, we can see that drivers are just starting to just have little glimpses as they look down the inside, looking for opportunities for moves early in the race. But it's early doors at this point, Jim. There's plenty of time for them to make moves and try and make their way up the field. Kevin Battering tucked right in behind the top two at the moment as Nick Meadows just cut the lane off him there. He needs to be careful because he almost cut the nose off of Battering's car, and that could have ended very poorly for both of them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if he kind of lost it and it slid up the track on him there. You can see these trucks are moving around on these guys right now. Of course, these tires aren't extremely warm yet, and as they do, they'll settle into different grooves here. Right now, they're for the most part trying. Well, not really. Usually, the bottom works better for the first few laps. Bailey has got a push going here. Look at this.
Yeah. He's got a proper push going, this Bailey Brannan, as we ride on board in the gyro cam in the LSU entry. He has got some wicked pace already, trying to use the draft to his advantage. He would love to get past Kevin Battering and up onto the back of Nick Meadows and Trey Jones. This is the X factor now, though. Battering wasn't here last season, but Brandon knows all about Meadows and Jones. He battled Jones for the championship last season. Neither of them took the title home. It went to Mike Rinker, who won it on the final day out at Homestead.
Yeah, that was quite the championship day, man. It was up and down, and we didn't know literally until the last lap who was going to win the championship. Oh, looks like
caution's thrown again. It's been Ryan Simmons, and I think Robert Stevens Jr. have both been involved. Someone else who's in the wall further back.
Daniel Wing, I think.
Yes, it was Daniel Wing.
Old Broken Wing himself. Let's see, we don't want to be up here. What am I doing?
We got to go. There it is. Oh, he just got dumped.
Oh.
He got absolutely dumped. Yeah.
The question is, was that the beginning of the caution?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the beginning of the caution was him getting turned.
All right, well, let's see. Let's stay back here on him and see what happens.
So let's watch here. So he's on the inside line. Who's that behind him?
Oh, he's loose. He got loose. He got loose and got run into.
Wow. So he got loose and ran into, and then all hell's broken loose. Not holding brakes, by the way, Jim.
Yeah.
I'd point that out. He's not holding his brakes.
Yeah.
So the pickle Will Hawker has nowhere to go. And unfortunately for Ricochet Wing, he's just had to get that car turned back around and gotten going again. Back down in P32 at the moment. He's down 10 spots in this race. Cody Pruitt is into pit lane. A couple of cars are coming in, so they must feel that this is a good point just to take some free fuel and offset their pit strategy a little bit. Paul Harris is in as well. The old 2738 himself in the 4 car. Robert Stevens Jr. is in too. Chris Hone's come in. Josh Whitmore's coming in too. Whitmire. Well, if I could say the name correctly, it takes me 3 tries.
You'll get it eventually.
I will get it eventually. Will Hawker's in as well. Phil Manzo, John Roberts, all into pit road.
I wanted to get a look at Paul Harris's paint scheme. I heard it was a good one too, but catch it here in a minute, I guess.
It's been a tough start to the race. 2 cautions already, as the drivers have just been trying to get into a nice rhythm here. And the problem now is if we go caution after caution, which I think some of these guys are actually banking on. Oh, Jim, you got to go to the chase cam of Paul's car. I've seen why. It's a good one.
The hood? So look at the hood?
No, the regular chase cam.
The regular
Jim.
chase cam.
Like we're down in pit road looking at the back of that car.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that Batgirl? Whoa.
That is Bailey Catwoman Brannon on the back of that car. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, here we go. Let me back up. There we are. Okay.
There it is.
Oh. Look at Bailey. I had no idea.
I wonder if that counts as an Itasha.
I would think it absolutely does.
It absolutely does.
Yes.
Bailey is Paul's favorite idol, Jim.
Yeah, well. And of course, they've already had. So basically, Bailey ran into himself earlier when he hit Paul in the rear end there.
He was giving himself a little kiss.
He did.
That was what was happening. We're going to get lined up, though. 2 wide for the restart. Trey Jones, Nick Meadows, front row. Bailey Brannon, Kevin Battering with Tyler Lucas, Jesse James, Posey Karina with Tyler Miller, Charles Rinker, Trey Martin, the top 10 for the restart zone of this race. Some pit stops have occurred, but the front runners are staying out. And I feel like they're going to stay out as long as possible.
So there's your
because they're going to maximize on the cautions.
So this is
the pump and dump restart zone.
You want to explain to the people what pump and dump means?
Well, I know the NSFW reason of pump and dump.
This is Jack
pump
Anderson's
and dump is a street stock series.
Yes, that's what this is. This is Jack Anderson is the sponsor of the restart zone with the pump and dump street stock series.
When is the street stock series? I've not been told by this, by the way. I've not been told about this by him.
Yeah, no, he's sponsoring the restart zone this season and promoting his pump and dump street stock series. So we'll have to.
Jim, I am an admin of the same league as him. We do not have a street stock series coming up.
Well, what is it then?
It's not Jack Anderson that's sponsoring it.
Oh, must be somebody else then. I thought it could. Well, I don't know that. Maybe I have no idea. We'll have to get Trey in here shortly. Somebody is the Pump and Dump Street Stock Series.
Well, we're about to get restarted once again as the green flag flies. Lap 11 of 50, and Trey Jones gets us underway. Brannon tucked up right behind him.
Oh, my goodness.
To get the draft in towards turn 1. Nick Meadows has now dropped out of P2. We'll have to tuck in between Battering and Brannon. With Lucas inside of the top 5. It's close, contested waters at the front of the field, and it feels like an Olympic swimming match at this stage. Are they going to butterfly their way to victory, or will it be a freestyle race to the checkered flag?
I'll tell you what, every time Bailey gets down low, that truck seems to, it does not want to run on the very bottom of the track. It seems to squirm. Oh, my goodness.
There's another caution thrown. This time, trying to see who it is. It is Trey Graber, who's gone off the road into the infield with his Toyota. So it's the third caution of this race. As he rejoins the circuit, now's a good time to drag him in and ask him.
Yeah, sure. He's going plenty slow right now.
Hello, Trey.
So, Trey, we have you in here. We're not going to ask you about what just happened there. We have a question for you, though, sir.
Yes, sir.
You mad at yourself right now, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a business question, okay? So, apparently I misunderstood.
Jim has just made the claim that apparently my league is running a street stock series that I have no idea about.
I did not know that.
When I'm a fellow admin with Jack.
Who is the sponsor for the Pump and Dump Street Stock Series?
So the Pump and Dump Street Stock Series is a AI street stock series that Raw Dog Jesse James puts on.
That's where I got messed up. When you said Raw Dog, I was thinking the Raw Dog strategist Jack Anderson.
No, you can. So on the restart zone, you can just say Pump and Dump or restart zone. You don't have to mention the street stock series part.
Well,
he's fine with just Pump and Dump.
Well, I'm sure he is, but we're gonna, we can clarify that way. Don't hit the cone, sir. You just hit the cone, sir.
Listen,
what are you doing?
I can't drive and talk at the same time. We should know.
Oh my God! Can you chew gum and walk?
No, I can't.
Trey, to be fair, with 3 cautions at this point, the field seems to be struggling to drive at all.
Oh yeah, so that's I don't know if we're going to be an issue.
Regardless if they're talking, so
yes, you go ahead and find your pit box.
Rule number 1. Rule number 1: don't buy a whole new setup and have it delivered Friday before a race.
Right.
Not a good idea. Don't recommend it.
Dude, I've seen you drive all season last year. It ain't got nothing to do with them inverted pedals, okay? We'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye.
Right. You're cruel, Jim.
Well?
Also, I've noticed that a few selective drivers are in a voice channel in another Discord server today, Jim, specifically Bailey Brannon.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to be anywhere near me right now.
He doesn't want to be anywhere near you, Jim.
He's running an LSU paint scheme.
And he runs the low line.
So let's just clarify it for maybe the folks at home who don't know. So Bailey Brannon lost the bet that he was going to win this championship in the Xfinity Series, so he has to run this LSU livery now all season, which obviously is my team, and Florida State is his team. Then to compound that, on the first day of the race season, running the LSU scheme, he went to the Florida State-Pittsburgh game, which should have been an absolute blowout for Florida State, and, they lost. So he's fully upset that his team lost today, and he's having to run an LSU paint scheme.
He's even more sad because he went to the game.
Oh, yeah. And he said he got sunburned for nothing.
Yep. Imagine that. Sunburned for nothing.
Right. Some of my best sunburns have been for nothing.
Well, at least some people get sunburned if they go to the Petit Le Mans or something. You're getting sunburnt to go see something. True. He got sunburnt just to see FSU. So,
yeah, right. He could have seen something worth watching.
Well, as we get prepared to go up towards the pump and dump restart zone once again, it's been 3 cautions in this race for at least 10 laps at this stage. So drivers will get themselves prepared to go racing once again. The iRacing safety truck will pull into pit lane and will get us restarted for the I2I Craftsman Truck Championship. As for the MotorMouth Broadcasting 100, we've only gone racing for roughly 3 laps of green flag running thus far. Hopefully we get a bit more now as the truck comes in and the trucks keep going. The revs rise, the lights go back up, pump it and dump it. Let's get this one restarted at Michigan.
Trey Jones off to another nice restart there.
He's done real well off the restart zone. In towards 1. Meadows and Brannan side by side as they run it on that low and mid line. We've got battering in behind them. Lucas, Karina as well. They've all spread out like a scramble of eggs in a pan as they hope to find any little advantage they can over the cars around them. And Brannan wants an inside run on Jones in towards 3 and 4. It's lap 15 of 50. And he's getting a bit loose, is Jones, trying to get that car turned in. There's a little knock off the rear of Brannan. He somehow saved it, Jim, but we saw how loose the one car was running through 3 and 4. He's got to be careful of that now, because that's what's been costing drivers and causing cautions this race. We already saw Daniel Wing get loose, and we've seen Trey Graber get loose through there as well.
Well, and I think it needs to be said that Trey Jones and Bailey Brannan are arguably 2 of the very best drivers on the track right now, and both of them are having a hard time keeping these trucks underneath them. And both of those guys are extremely fast, and both are, Jones is all over the place.
He's all over the place. He is real loose right now. Tires are hurting.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
my God.
This is just, these trucks are loose,
and
man.
This is the and again, this is the big difference that we spoke about between these cars and the Xfinities, or anyone who's aware of next gen cars as well and how they drive, because of the fact that these have got the giant bed on the back of them with this massive slab of carbon fiber covering it up. That then just is a giant weight on the back of the car. You would think, it's going to give them really good downforce. The rear end shouldn't be that loose. No, it doesn't do anything.
No,
it goes over the top of the lid and then over the rear wing. It doesn't even touch the bed. So the rear end of the car gets super, super loose, no matter how much ballast you put back there, because if you put too much ballast, the rear end will swing round of you. If you don't put enough, the rear end will be too light, and all of a sudden you'll be going around anyway. So it's a real tough balancing act in these cars, and they're super, super loose. The beauty of the Xfinities and the next gens is they're a sedan. So the weight to car ratio is a lot better than the trucks because of the aerodynamics of the sedans. So, each car is tougher than the other, but the trucks are easily the toughest to drive if you have not got good car control, as that's another caution that's been thrown, and it's a big one. It's Taylor Strong. Oh my God, they've just absolutely collided back there, Jim, as I think it was Zach Smathers. Not Zach Smathers, was it Jason Reeves has been caught up in another moment, and it's with Bill Strong. So we saw there a couple of cars running it up high. That's then brought out the initial caution, and B Strong just gets spun round and into the wall. But you look at that, he just gets rear-ended and not holding brakes, pulling it straight off the track in the way of Jason Reeves. And you've got to ask the question, Jim, of why.
Well, there's multiple whys there, okay? There's if you see them wrecking in front of you, lift, slow up.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yep.
This is not officials. Yep. There's going to be a caution flag. You're going to be okay. They're racing this like it's an ARCA race on officials, and you've got, if you lift, it's all over. Your race is over because there's no cautions. You know what I mean? They're all coming in now.
All the front runners are into pit road because it's a free pit stop at this stage. Trey Martin is staying out. Charles Rink is staying out as well. He pitted on lap 12. Martin is yet to pit in this race. So both of those cars going on. Yeah, that has to be a mistake for Trey. That's probably buried his race. Rinker, he's on the factor of, well, he pitted on 12. He's actually in a fairly good position right now to take that track position because Graber's stayed out. Nelson, who pitted on lap 1, has also stayed out. I'd say that's a mistake from him, Jim. But nearly the whole field's in pit lane now. So Zach Smathers will get the lucky dog and he'll get his wave around past the race leaders. He's coming past now. So back on the lead lap goes Zach Smathers. Daniel Wing is not going to drive past them. That's good. Ryan Simmons has pulled up as well. So there's a little bit of contamination amongst the field with some lap cars further up. I think they'll get an EOL to go behind the main train of cars. Is that correct, Jim?
That should be correct, yes.
Yep. Just to save the contamination.
Yes.
So, because we don't want to get restarted and have lap traffic in front of
lead lap cars,
Nick Meadows and everyone else when you've got Nelson, Graber, Rinker, Martin, because that could just cause a massive wreck and take them out of the race. It wouldn't be fair. So Martin has taken the track position, but he is the only car yet to come through pit road. Nelson came through on lap 1, so he's in the pretty much the same position that Trey Martin is. So you'd have to make that. And Jim, I think mistakenly, Trey on lap 1 took tires.
Oh, that's
but I've seen no words though of limited tire sets. So I wonder if there is actually limited tire sets or not.
I would think there are, but let me see. He posted some. Did you look at the notes in the Okay, all right. Then,
I did. I didn't see anything about limited tire sets.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that's a benefit to a learning recruiting series is that they're not gonna need to limit the tires. They're gonna let them have the tires if they need them.
Well, that's a good detail for me to know when I go racing at the Red Bull Ring, Jim. Tires every time.
Won't matter there.
No, it won't really. It's too short of a race, 28 laps.
Yeah.
But what we're going to see is...
20.
Yeah, one set will be fine.
Especially as smooth as you are. There's no danger of you burning the tires off this truck.
Like a butter.
They're smooth.
I am, Jim.
I mean, you're like Teflon.
Like Velcro.
Yeah. You're like John Gotti, baby. The Teflon Don. Does that make any sense to you at all? Do you know that reference at all?
No, I don't, to be honest with you. I know what Teflon is. That's about as much as I understand.
John Gotti was a modern day mobster in New York.
Yes.
And they kept trying to convict him, and over and over and over again they failed. So they started calling him the Teflon Don because they couldn't make charges stick. But then eventually they did. Right.
Well, restart zone, pump it and dump it once again. It's 30 laps to go of I2I Craftsman Truck Championship.
I'm curious to see how Martin and Graber get along with no tires on these vehicles.
Well, no, Graber's got tires. It's Nelson that didn't have tires, but he's getting real loose for that. Karina's just been knocked back a few pegs. But Martin will have no rubber on board that truck, and watch him get buried now in the field. This is going to ruin his race, Jim, because even if we get a caution and he pits, everyone's already come in, so he's going to end up right at the back of the field.
Oh, we got a caution. Turn
in the background. Oh, my God! It nearly rolled.
Yeah, he didn't
go over. Was that Nate Owen or Jesse James that nearly rolled them? Because one of them nearly rolled it over. It was Jesse James.
Yeah, it was Jesse.
The road dog himself.
Not to be confused with the raw dog, apparently.
No.
All right, let's go back here.
I don't really know why it was said as the raw dog when it's the road dog.
Right.
You didn't know?
We won't get copyrighted. Don't worry. It's less than 15 seconds.
All right, here we go.
So he's getting a bit loose, but you watch back there. There's just a little bit of untidiness from drivers. And then who's that's just ridden up high on him and basically dumped him onto the infield? Well, someone's ridden up high and just dumped him off.
Was it Austin Norris, maybe?
Maybe.
Yep. It was Austin.
No. Austin didn't ride up high and dump him. It was another car that dumped him.
Yeah, no, it was
I'm trying to
Austin.
find who it was.
Oh, no, I guess it wasn't.
Austin dropped
you're
back
right.
a little
You're
bit.
right.
He
You're
didn't
right.
actually dump him.
I'm trying to see who.
Was it Caleb Ross?
Maybe Tyler Miller, possibly?
Possibly. No, it's not Tyler. It's the car just ahead of him.
So
a lot of cars are in the pit lane now, though.
Well,
Trey Martin, Johnny Suggs, Cody Pruitt,
so
Nate
it was
Owen,
the
Bill
20,
Strong, Jesse
the
James.
20, or the 12 maybe, or the 27. Caleb Ross.
The 27, Caleb Ross. So yes, so Caleb
Let's
Ross
see if
has
that
just
was right.
dumped Jesse James.
Well, if to be fair, okay, look, real quick, I'm gonna stop.
It was Caleb.
So
Caleb gets a little bit of a knock.
Yes, and so he's handling that, and he ends up running up the track, trying to save that. Although he looked like he had it pretty much under control, but then he didn't.
Yeah. Just
it's
a big messy incident.
It almost looks like he got it settled and was unaware of what was going on around him.
Yeah,
and decided to go.
I think the spatial awareness may have just been a little bit off.
Yeah,
I think
so.
He's ridden up high.
Yeah.
Now I think this here is a massive mistake from Cody Nelson. He stayed out on track again. With this caution, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know why you do
Trey
that.
Martin has made the smart choice of coming in. He's dropped down to 21st position.
One last look here. Sorry, I'm gonna go on board.
Okay.
So he's
a
good.
little knock. It's not too bad. He's fine, but he just drives up and straight into the side of James. Like,
yeah, I think that was a spatial awareness situation more than anything else. Just he was probably a little rattled from getting knocked and saving it, and just wasn't aware that somebody was on his outside over there. All right, so now back up front here. So you're saying
it's
Cody Nelson?
Meadows.
Well, why is
Cody Nelson?
Why is he
hasn't come in again?
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
He's been it on lap 1, and he hasn't come back into pit lane, which is a very interesting call because in the scenario that he needs to green flag pit, he's buried.
Yes.
In the scenario that he still needs another stop to get home and no one else does, he's going to get buried. So, it begs the question, Jim, because they've got 75% fuel capacity.
Well,
it's a 50-lap race. You would think that at 75%, they should be able to make it home on one stop.
You would think so, yes, but maybe not tire-wise. Maybe
not tire-wise, but still.
So, all right, where are we at now? We are at lap 25, and we're going 50. So we're halfway. So clearly, if he stopped now, he could clearly go to the end. Assuming we had a few more cautions.
Well, no, regardless of the cautions, I think he can make 25 laps.
We don't know. Again, we're uninformed, so we don't know that. But
we can make an educated guess, pretty much.
Yes. Well,
is what we can do.
The fact that everybody was pitting would tell me that they feel like
the fact that
they're
everyone
have
has
to stop
pit
twice.
at this point
Stop twice.
is that they can make it home. That's the thing,
I
because
don't
if
think
you
so.
could do it on a one stop, why would you pit so early?
So you're thinking that the guys that pitted on lap 19 can make it from here?
I think so.
Okay.
As the green flag flies, pump and dump restart zone lights up again. It was a single line astern restart. There's been some lane changes further back, Jim. Drivers are going to have to be careful of that.
That can result in a penalty.
They're supposed to stay in a line. Yeah, they're supposed to stay in a single line until they get to the control line, which is the start-finish zone. And there was at least 3 cars that changed lane before they made the black and white line on the surface of the race course.
Is that right?
There could be some penalties coming out.
Well, let's go back real quick and look at that.
So have we got a start cam, Jim? Because that'll actually show us everyone coming up to the start-finish line.
No, not on this set of cameras. We do not. But
so there you see.
Yeah.
There's 2 drivers who changed lanes.
Yep, and then back here as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So massive scramble of cars, and again, even in a single line, even in a double line restart, that's what causes a lot of these restart zone incidents, is drivers changing lines before the start-finish zone.
Yes. Agreed.
And drivers have got to smarten up to that and just hold position. You don't have to go for the move straight away. You really don't. You've got 24 to go. You've got plenty of time to make moves and get your car in a better position on the track. As there's another caution, it's Johnny Suggs off the road. Further back in the field, Cody Pruitt's been forced into pit lane from this as well, Jim. He has been forced into pit lane from a contact with Johnny Suggs, and I think that might mean a black flag for him.
Yeah. See that black flag. If we were doing race control, we should clear that black flag for him, but we're not, because that should not be a black flag. If you're forced down there because of an incident, you should not be. You should not have a black flag.
Well, we've had a comment out there, Jim, based on our previous conversation, me being made out of Teflon, apparently. Rhiannon said, I don't know how I feel about my partner being made of Teflon and saying the words pump and dump over and over again. There may be a new sleep paralysis demon, Jim, and it's me made of Teflon saying pump and dump over and over again.
Well, they make medication for that. You know, they do.
It's called Tic Tacs.
Well, yeah, in that case. So is Cody Nelson? Well, he's got to pit here, right? I mean, come on.
Oh, he'd have to. He'd have to. If he doesn't come in now, I mean, he has been getting buried in the field. He's even though he's up 16, he's down to P13 ever since the restart. He's got to come in. If he doesn't come in, this is one of the biggest mistakes I think we've ever seen here in terms of strategy, and it makes me question. It makes me question the strategic intelligence of Cody Nelson if he doesn't come in
or the
for
sanity.
a third caution in a row, or the sanity, either one.
Yeah,
there would definitely need to be an investigation into it, possibly a lie detector test as well.
Right. Or he could be running. He could be running some of those cheater fuel lines. You know,
could be.
We'd have
Quite
to
possibly.
You know, we'd have to talk to our resident conspiracy theorist, but he might have, like, you know, an extra 30 or 40 feet of fuel line rolled in through the chassis there, and
I think the bed of his truck is full of fuel. He's coming into pit lane, so we don't need to question his sanity or his strategic acumen. But the problem is, Jim, they've all entered a closed pit lane, so they're all going to get an EOL now. They have the lights red at the end of the pit lane. Look at the start of pit lane, Jim. You will see it. It has a red light turned on.
Oh my goodness.
And I've seen it turn green. Yep, there it is. Okay, closed pit lane.
So let's go back here. Hold on. All right, where are we at here? So who was the first person that entered? Not Cody.
No, there was a car ahead of him. I think it was... there was someone that entered in front of him. I'm trying to think. I can't remember who it was now at this point. Might have been... No, yeah, see? But you'll see there, the red light on the side. On. Pit lane's closed.
Yep, sure enough is closed. So
they're all about to get an EOL.
Yeah, that ought to make it interesting.
Oh, yep, they're all about to be put to the backfield. I think it was Josh Whitmire was the first car to come in that line.
Well, the one I had looked at was the for lack of a
Nelson
nickname,
car.
We'll just say Phil Manzo, since we're not going to recognize a nickname that he created for himself.
No, we give out our own nicknames here.
How do we know that he made up that nickname?
I'll be honest with you, Jim. I'm hoping, not for Kevin's sake, but as soon as Kevin Battering gets into a wreck, he is getting the nickname Ram. I've already made my choice on that one. So as soon as Kevin, even if he doesn't cause it, if he doesn't cause it, he's still going to get the nickname of Ram.
Look who's in third place here.
I know.
Ring around the Rosie.
Yep, the merry-go-round themselves. Aposi Karina up into P3 in that Shell Pennzoil car. We've got Charles Rinkart leading the way as well. Nick Meadows in P2, the lawnmower himself. Cuts enough grass. He put some blades on it, Jim.
That's right. Just lower the front air spoiler down there and take care of some lawn care while you're there.
Oh, you could just put one of those tractor mowers on the back of it. It just lowers it down out of the tailgate. Just cut some grass. But somehow Posey is in the chat whilst driving saying, watch this restart.
Really?
So the merry-go-round has a plan here, and I don't know if it's to spin like a merry-go-round or if it's to make a big spot.
So there, anytime somebody gets that cocky, I can only hope for the worst.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I hope the Rosie does ring around at this restart, I must say.
Right, watch this restart. Feel like that guy that gassed it up and turned it straight into the wall. You remember that?
Oh, I remember that, don't you? I remember very fondly on that one there, Jim. I've seen many of that happening. So restart zone's about to happen. Brandon and Battering have got to be careful about changing lanes. Pump and dump it. The restart zone is lit up once again. And look at that. Posey changed lanes and is trying to go past Nick Meadows. So we need to confirm with Trey Graber if changing lanes
he
is
was
allowed.
He was past the line, though.
No, but he changed lanes before the start-finish line.
I don't think he did, but we'll go back and look at that in a minute. But to his credit, he did take the lead there.
He did take the lead. Took the lead well, but Rinker's now hot on his heels as they're almost 4 wide through turn 3-4 here, Jim. And this could end very poorly if one of them makes a mistake. Oh, my God. It's as tight as ever. And drivers are going to have to be careful in amongst this field of cars. 18 to go at Michigan. About to be 17 to go at the end of this lap. Brannon side by side with Meadows back there. Rinker and Karina battle away at the front of the field as well. Norris getting involved. Not Lando. It's Austin. As Battering is trying to get up into here. Paul Harris is out there as well. Tyler Lucas, Taylor Strong, Nathan Merrifield is the top 10. Nathan up 22 positions in this race, Jim. A great effort from him. Norris up 27.
Yeah, indeed. But I do see what you're talking about here with, the battering ram is trying to move it up on the outside there.
Yeah.
Or the inside.
It's kind of on the inside, the inside line, outside of our hearts, Jim. That's what it is.
That's right.
The inside line, the outside our hearts. A bit like leaking cholesterol. Austin Norris, though, is all over Nick Meadows as they battle away with Rinker and Karina at the front of the field. 70 to go. As Harris wants an inside line here on Battering. He'd love to get up onto the back of Bailey Brannon, although Battering just cuts the line really aggressively, Jim. And if they're not careful, that could end very poorly if Paul Harris decides to just push the nose up a little bit further.
Well, they're all getting used to racing around each other in these trucks, so it'll take a couple of races to realize what people are going to do and what some of them aren't going to do, as the battering ram just drives it right through there.
Oh yeah, past the lap traffic of Cody Pruitt and is now up into P3. Well, not P3, sorry, up into P5, just past Brannon. It's all becoming double line astern stuff, though. 2 lanes are starting to be formed, and it's going to be 2 wide action. Oh, but a door-to-door between Rinker and Karina. Karina's, they've been knocked up high, as Norris and Meadows would love to sneak it into the middle of this battle. They've got to be careful, though, banging doors like that, Jim. It can end up very, very bad if one of them makes a mistake. It's a bit of a bump and draft there from Meadows under Rinker. And Meadows is going for the run. Up the inside. Norris wants a run on Rinker as well. He couldn't quite get there. Had to bump draft Karina into 3 to get himself a gap ahead of Charles Rinker. This is easily the longest green period of this whole race, Jim, but it's been fantastic.
Hush your mouth.
That was the name of a song by Deep Purple, Jim. I'm feeling more mauve today than purple myself,
Hush?
But anyway.
Oh, no, Hush was by ZZ Top.
No.
Wasn't it? Oh, no, that was Tush.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hush was by Deep Purple.
It was indeed by Deep Purple. Don't do it. We're going to get us. You're going to get us quit. Stop.
No. We won't get it. We won't get a copyright strike.
I'm a huge Deep Purple fan.
Performed.
It was terribly
But you love a bit of Smoke on the Water.
Oh, I mean,
everyone learns Smoke on the Water when they learn how to play guitar, Jim. It's the first song you learn.
First song you learn. Here's one for you. Did you know that Smoke on the Water is a guitar version of Beethoven's Fifth played backwards.
Really?
Yep. I saw Richie Blackmore talking about that. And yeah, he explained the whole thing, how he came up with it. It is a guitar version of Beethoven's Fifth played backwards.
Damn it, Jim! I'm gonna have to pull out my guitar now and see if I can play it backwards. See if it sounds like the Fifth.
Well, just search it. There's reels out there that show Richie Blackmore talking about it. I was blown away.
We are getting tight battle pack stuff here. The top 10 are starting to break away from the rest of the field as we run it up towards turn 1. 12 to go. There's been a great period of racing, and I have a feeling, Jim, the way they're going, they're not going to need another stop to get home.
No, I don't think so.
They've done enough to get this car to the checkered flag. But, I mean, look how loose Bailey's getting, trying to get past these cars ahead of him. He is trying to push this thing as hard as possible to get up there. But there's only so much work he can do to get this car into proper position with Meadows on his inside.
You know, it could have a lot to do with Bailey's driving style, too. You know, what made him fast in the Xfinity car may not work the same in the truck, and he may need to change the way he enters a corner and enters it softer. Oh, they're up in the wall. Let's get two cars in the wall.
Oh, that's a caution thrown. Yep. Paul Harris was one of them. He's spun around Cody Pruitt. The lap traffic has contaminated this field, and it's contaminated the race with a caution being thrown as Cody Pruitt has been spun round by Paul Harris. And that there is exactly what Karina did not want. Because this is now going to be a 2-wide restart. Inside line on Karina, and it's going to give Norris the outside line.
Who was that on the bottom? Whoever that was on the bottom caused that.
Was it Jacob Miller? He has or Robert Stevens Jr. One of them has a meatball. Purple car?
No, it was a white and greenish car. Now, here, watch. See it right there pulling off?
Oh.
Yeah, let me jump back 10 seconds. On the bottom of the track here, you see it? And then it's going to come up, boom, and just run him right up into there. You know, runs Paul Harris right up there.
Was that? No, it wasn't battering. I think it's Taylor Strong.
Was it?
No, it's not Taylor Strong. It's not Merrifield. It's not Miller. It's not Graber. It's not Jones. It was Tyler Lucas.
Tyler Lucas.
Did it have teal on the? Was it teal on the front of the car?
Him.
Have a look at Lucas. Yep, it's Lucas.
So it's Tyler Lucas. Where's he at? Let me find him. Okay, Tyler Lucas. Then we're going to go back here, but we're going to go to Tyler Lucas this time. Yep, that was him.
Yep, it was him.
So back 10 seconds, and we can watch Lucas just run it up the track there. Yep.
Yeah, he's gotten alongside and he hasn't thought, oh, that's just stop turning right. I'm just going to keep going and just.
Yeah, I'm not going to lift or anything.
Just overly aggressive. Cars are in, Jim. They're going to take tires on this stop.
Whoa.
Trey Martin is taking track position.
Well,
so tire stop's about to get involved.
Trey Martin's got the freshest tires out on the track, I think, except for maybe Robert Stevens Jr.
Everyone's in pit lane and they're going to take fresh sets.
This is going to
Stevens Jr.'s staying out. Whitmire's staying out. Bill Strong's staying out as well.
Well, if a few more stay out, it might give old Trey Martin enough cushion up there to make something happen. What are we going to have? We're going to have probably 6 to go. 7 to go, maybe? Maybe 7. Probably 6, though.
So Karina's exiting pit lane. Rinker is alongside them, though. It's actually a drag race to the end of pit lane. Rinker has jumped him on pit exit. Brannon's jumped them both. He made the smart choice, Jim. He didn't take fuel. And I think he's only taken right sides.
Right sides are probably good enough here.
Yep. Because it's only a 10-second stop, so I think he's only taken right sides.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure
play from Bailey Brannon.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure than Brannon driving that LSU truck to the victory in week 1.
Well, he's absolutely blitzed them, Jim. And he's taken position ahead of them. There's a little football reference for you, Jim.
That was a good one.
See, I know football. I play Madden.
Yeah, that's right.
Up Cover 2. Hawks.
Cover 2.
Oh, no, up the Arizona Cardinals.
Did you just say?
I said Atlanta Hawks. That's my basketball team.
That is a basketball team.
That's my basketball team. No, up the Arizona Cardinals. Oh,
Is it because they have a bird name? What's the deal?
I
You
just
should
like
go for
Arizona.
the Atlanta.
I played Madden. No, I played a season of Madden with them, and I fell in love with Arizona.
Oh,
I really
okay.
like the Glendale Stadium as well. It's really nice.
Well, all right.
I remember the
Then.
Citrus Bowl in 2010, Jim.
The Citrus Bowl? Okay, maybe
Yep.
so. Yeah, maybe so.
No, it was. I know this.
Well, okay.
You want to know how I know this? WrestleMania was played at that Glendale Stadium in the same year.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
You saw it on
The
the
Citrus
field.
Bowl. The Citrus Bowl. No, so the Citrus Bowl was a month prior to WrestleMania, and WrestleMania 26 was in Glendale.
Well, all right then. I feel better knowing that.
Yeah. You learn something every day.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
There's some weaving at the moment
Well, I'm
in
looking
the field.
at
Paul Harris, Scotty Pruitt are in the waiting room.
I'm looking at
I don't think either of
Posey
them are
here.
happy. Well, I don't think either of them are happy with what happened on track there with Tyler Lucas just riding them up into the wall. But what we've got is an all-time restart zone about to happen.
So
We've pumped it and dumped it the whole way,
check
and
out
it's
Chad
about to
here.
happen once again.
Posey.
About to do something silly. Well, you better not just run it on the infield, because that's the quickest way for you to get a ban pretty easily. So Brannon's got a good run, and he looks to take the race lead. And Trey Martin leads the way.
Oh, Posey's going to drive it right down on the bottom.
Yeah, right on the bottom. He's trying to take position here past
He made it
Whitmore.
stick.
He did.
Oh,
But the line's going to get cut off, and it's a massive incident. The big one has happened. On the back straight, it's another caution. It is another caution. Multiple cars off, including B Strong. Caleb Ross has been off the road as well. It is a massive incident, Jim. And a massive caution to get thrown.
I tell you what, man. A Posey right there, if that hadn't happened, a Posey was going to the front right there. He made that truck stick on the bottom. He was fixing to hook it up.
Where did this all begin? As they came down the back stretch.
Right there,
it was
57.
yeah, there's two of them. Two separate incidents at the same time. Charles Rinker was one of them.
Yep.
They got taken out.
And Austin Norris was involved in
Yep.
one.
Yep, no fault of Charles's to get taken out like that.
So let's see what happened from Austin Norris's perspective here. He's in the black truck there. The green truck kind of comes down.
He's just ridden up on Bill Strong. And I
Yeah,
think that's probably been the name of the game tonight, Jim, is spatial awareness and the lack of it from some drivers. That's really been the main point of tonight.
Did he ride up?
He rode up on him. Look, watch him. He aims towards the wall. He moves over like Bill's not even there.
Watch. Okay.
Look, he moves over.
But so did
He's
Bill
moving
come off
over
the
towards
wall.
Yeah, but Bill was already loose at that point. He was wiggling.
Well, that doesn't make it okay.
I'm not saying it makes it okay. What I'm stating is he was already wiggling. He wasn't already aiming. Like you can see there, Bill's going back and forth trying to keep that car straight.
Yes.
The point is that car on the inside is aiming towards the wall. If he's not aiming towards the wall, I actually don't think contact's made between them because Bill can see him.
All right, I'll agree with that. All right, so what was the other incident? Who was involved in the other one?
The other one was Charles Rinker, was further up the road, which was again the same thing of someone moving up towards the wall with nowhere to go. So Rinker's on the inside, and he just moves over, and then there's the slightest contact. Now, I'd say it was less egregious than the other one because of the fact that there was more room. But to be fair, spatial awareness.
Yeah.
It will save your race having
Well-
good spatial awareness. Get blind spot indicators. That is the one big thing I can say to you is there are many programs out there that offer blind spot indicators, Jim. Many out there. Get some blind spot indicators. Get yourself a spotter
there's-
like DRE Digital Race Engineer. They'll tell you when there's a car right beside you
Absolutely will
or when
tell
you're
you.
approaching it.
Yeah.
If you're not in the fortunate position to have triples, get blind spot indicators.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
Digital Race Engineer is a phenomenal spotter app. It's not crew chief. It's not going to just, repeat the same crap lingo. It's going to really truly tell you when you're clear and when somebody's, outside or whatever. It's not crew chief. Hell, you could be running a lone qualifying lap and crew chief will tell you there's somebody on your outside. So Posey is cocky.
Yeah, very cocky.
Yeah. We'll see how that works out for him.
I look forward to the Red Bull ring, Jim. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, hey, we'll see. There's some guys in here that probably would not take too kindly to cockiness, and they may serve him eventually.
No, he will get a receipt at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen throughout the league.
That being said,
But that's
I
racing.
tell you what, with we're fixing to go green white checker here.
Can't deny though, his restarts have been fantastic.
No, he's gonna win
They've
this.
been
He's
very
gonna win
good.
this race right here. I think.
I don't know.
I
Watch out for Brandon.
I
There's
tell
X
you,
Factors up there too, and Trey Martin and
Sure,
Josh
sure.
Whitmire and Taylor Strong.
yeah,
Kevin Battering has been very impressive tonight as well, I must say. Kevin's been doing a very good job. Trey Jones is up there too. The problem is for Martin and Whitmire, they're both on old tyres. So they're probably out, I would say, of this battle because everyone around them is on fresh rubber. And they're all going to have the grip advantage and they're going to streamline past them. So now the cars you watch, obviously the 42, the 6, the 11, the 94, the 1, the 22, and then everyone behind them as well. So pump and dump yourself up because 3 laps to go in this race when we get restarted. 3 laps left of Michigan International Speedway. If there is an incident on this lap, we will go overtime. We will go green, white, checkered. We only have one attempt to go green, white, checkered. So it means that if a yellow's called in that period, we will finish under the pace car as it's green flag once again at Michigan.
Ooh, Trey Martin got a nice jump
And
there.
we're back underway. He got a really nice jump, did Trey Martin. Straight back into the race lead. Karina and Whitmire side by side in towards turn 1. Brannon's trying to find a low line here to get past both of them if he can. Here comes the LSU car. Yellow flag thrown. Ryan Simmons has gone round. It's going to be a green-white checker to the end.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised to see that. This is going to be arguably one of the most important restarts ever because it's entirely possible we go instant caution here and
Ends under caution.
yeah. Let's see what
Now
happens.
the question is, was Brannon ahead of Carino when the yellow flag was thrown? Oh, he's just been,
Yes.
again, like
Just dumped.
spatial awareness.
Well, there's a learning curve.
I feel like, Jim, it's like the sight impaired trying to walk through a mirror maze at this point. I mean, they're just...
According to timing and scoring, Carino was not ahead. was ahead of Brandon.
Okay.
I thought Bailey was ahead of him, but the beautiful part for Carina is this is going to put him down on the bottom line, which is clearly where he's made his moves previously in this race. So he is going to be set up in a perfect spot to lunge here and make a run. Because I'd be willing to bet at this point we don't go.
It's
we
going to
don't
be
go a
single
full lap.
line. This is going to be a single line restart.
Oh, it is.
So hang on. So
huh?
we need to be sure. We need to actually confirm this with Trey. So I'm going to drag Trey in here. Hello, Trey. I have a clarification question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are drivers allowed to change lanes prior to the start-finish line on a restart?
They should not be allowed to.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
we're going to keep an eye on that then.
there's going to be a ton of
Because there's been
penalties
some
to hand
drive-
out.
Yeah, there have been some drivers that have been doing that this whole race. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that one for you on the restart. So
Yeah, Yeah, you
Double
might
is it
want
going to
to.
be double file restart or is it going to be single file?
This one will be double file because I like Calamity.
There you go.
Very
That's
good.
good. So
Big fan
I
of-
would strongly suggest that that the stewards keep a replay copy of this one because passing
Oh,
before changing lanes before the start finish line has happened every restart. So
Yeah. Oh, Trey has gone very, very quiet. I don't know if that's just for me or if it's for you as well, Jim.
no,
but
I think he's just
Trey,
his
we'll
signal's cutting out.
chat to you post race, Trey. We're going to get into this green white checkered. Best of luck on your restart.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, where Posey's at is his best place.
One thing we know, Jim, is Posey's going to get a penalty because we've already seen Posey change lanes in this race under a restart.
Let's not assume that. We're going to have to. We're going to have to see what the stewards do regarding
We'll see
that.
what the stewards say.
That's not for us, but
no, it's not for us.
Strictly judging from what's on the track here, Bailey is in the wrong lane for himself because he really wants that low side. So
we'll see how it plays out as we pump into the restart zone, and it's green, white, checkered. So 2 laps to go, and what a restart it was for Brannon, who's already looking to try and get past Whitmire here, who drops it low. So Brannon's going to try and side draft his way up into P2. Whitmire's going to cut off the lane. No, there's a big dump, and Karina's off the road.
Trey Martin wins
the road. Brannon had nowhere to go. Caution is thrown. Trey Martin is going to win this race.
Yep, Trey Martin is going to be your winner.
Actually, now, Jim, they restarted immediately, so we might still get a green, white, checkered.
No, that was it.
Oh, no, sorry, it was it because we're on lap 51.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, so Trey Martin is going to win this race under caution. Bailey Brannon had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go, Jim. He was tucked up right behind Whitmire, and Whitmire rode up on him, and he just drove through him. He had nowhere to go in that scenario.
Yeah, that was. Let's go back and look at that. So.
So you watch, Brannon's on the outside. Whitmire starts to ride up, and Brannon's got nowhere to go because he just pulls straight in front of him.
Yeah, and then he bumped him, and that sent him shooting down the track and collected a Posey there.
Yeah, he had, because as Whitmire came up, it sucked Brannon in with the draft and put him right onto the back of Whitmire's car. Whitmire had nowhere to go in that scenario. Oh, Brannon had nowhere to go in that scenario.
No, I agree.
Trey Martin is already in the waiting room, by the way.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Because he knows he's about to win. So when we get back to live, we'll see them cross the line behind this pace car. And Trey Martin will win it in the most unsatisfactory of ways.
Yeah,
but what a race it was.
Green, white, checkered. That's how it goes.
That's green, white, checkered. And Jim, this is actually, I think, the first time we've had it where we've finished under caution here in I2I. We went the whole season last season with green flag finishes.
Yes, we did.
They managed to make it to the very end after a green, white, checkered scenario. We had a lot of overtime, but we never finished under caution.
But we knew right there what was coming, though. We knew they probably weren't going to make a lap, and we knew we knew that you needed to jump that restart, which Martin did, and Brannon had jumped it as well. He was in a good spot, but unfortunately, he had to lift to keep from crashing himself when whoever that was came up in front of him.
It was Whitmire rode up high on him, and he got dragged in from the toe. Let's have a chat though to Trey Martin, our race winner here this evening.
Let's do results first.
Okay, we'll wait for the results then. We'll drag him back out.
Jumping a little ahead there. Are you excited?
I thought he was there. I thought he was there, Jim, and I'm like, well, we might as well have a quick chat to him.
No,
we'll wait. We'll have a look at the results first.
Do the results first.
So Trey Martin takes home a race win under caution. Bailey Brannon finishes out of P2. Taylor Strong on the podium. Kevin Battering ahead of Johnny Suggs. Nick Meadows, the top 6. Tyler Miller. Trey Jones ahead of Nate Owen and Jesse James to the top 10. Sean Sasulathis ahead of Cody Nelson with Phil Manzo and Nathan Merrifield for the top 14. Tyler Lucas, Zach Smathers, the top 16 with Charles Rinker and David Gosnell for our top 18 cars. It's then Caleb Ross, Robert Stevens Jr. finishing out ahead of Austin Norris, Paul Harris, Posey Karina, and then we had Graber ahead of Wing, Whitmire, Hone, and Reeves for the top 28 cars on the field. It was then Simmons to Strong, Hawker, Miller, Pruitt, Roberts, Devon Black, the man with the best name in the field, never got the race started. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, well, it's always next week. Plus,
Always
look
next
look
week.
what you would have robbed poor Trey of, man. Look at these burnouts he's doing out here.
Could have done them while he was talking to us.
Well, he could have, but we're getting to enjoy his burnouts. He's going to absolutely try to pop those back tires.
The disappointing point is, though, Jim, he's doing a burnout whilst putting it at the wall.
No, that's what you do. They try to bust the tires. Yes, that's what they do. They grind it into the wall until you blow the tires up. That's a thing.
No, yeah, I know it's a thing, but the more impressive burnouts are when you can do a slow burnout that actually drives you in a straight line.
Well, he did regular burnouts, so this is different. But anyway, now you can pull Trey in if you would like.
Let's have a chat to him, Trey Martin. Race winner here this evening. Trey, congratulations on the race win. Winning it under caution, but you put yourself in a strong position at the end of the race. You were lucky with the amount of cautions we were getting based on how old your tyres were. If it had gone green towards the end there, you probably would have been eaten alive by the cars behind you, but that's racing, and that's given you a race win. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I've just been working on saving my tires mainly on this track because our first caution when we went, I had like 14 laps of fuel left, and my tires only took like 3% of damage on them. So I'm like, okay, this is good. I can keep it going for a little bit.
You did one hell of a job in that race to get yourself to the front of the field, obviously. Kept it relatively clean, but you put the car in a strong position, and now you'll lead the championship going into round 2. We head out to Talladega next week. It's pretty hard to predict what's going to happen out at Dega. Anything can really happen out there, can't it?
Yeah, you're right. It's 100% anything can happen out there. I know I think it was like our first season where it was me and Bailey and Taylor Strong all stacked up, and me and Baylor up in second and third, and some stuff happens, and that's how it goes. But I ain't making a big deal about it. I'm here for fun.
You had a very fun night on the road. Took yourself a race win as well, so congratulations on that fact. For the rest of the season, how are you feeling looking at it? Are you feeling good about what track type are you feeling most excited about or most terrified of? Obviously, we've got super speedways, we've got speedways, short tracks, and road courses all thrown in. What tracks are you most worried about?
Worried? Probably intermediate, so about 1.5 mile tracks. The ones I'm feeling really good about are short tracks because that's what everybody starts on. I just happen to be pretty okay at them, in my opinion. But I feel really good about short tracks. I'm glad we're finally getting to race short tracks.
Well, qualifying is obviously going to be a big factor in those short track races because of how chaotic they can be. So IRP, North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, get you qualifying up to scruff.
Yeah.
Are the road courses throwaways for you, or are they races that you think you could try and do quite well at?
Oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I am straight dog water at road courses.
Very good.
Like when you hop in, if you hop in a Red Bull, you're going to smoke me every single all the time.
It's not if, it's when.
Oh, I know. I'm just waiting for it.
I'm stealing.
Game over.
I'm stealing with the approval from Cody. I'm stealing Pruitt's number for that race, and I'm
okay.
I'm winning Red Bull. That is my aim. That is my claim. I'm going to win Red Bull. So,
good stuff.
But I'm
going to bring in a ringer
as well. Yeah.
Find me a ringer.
What for? You were going to come in, weren't you, Jim?
No, I'm gonna come in and broadcast. I'm gonna bring in a ringer so you can't win it. Bring in a road course ringer like Van Ginsberg.
I was about to say.
Well, he's on our racing, but I would have closer connections to getting Van Gisbergen in on a race than you would, Jim.
That's actually not true. I'll tell you after we get off the air. Trust me.
I can tell you that I would have a direct line to Shane Van Gisbergen if I really wanted to, but would be a very, very tight line for that one, but still. But Trey, congratulations on the race win. Let us know anyone you want to give a shout out to for myself, Jim, and all of us here at MotorMouth. Congrats on leading the championship out of round 1, and best of luck next week out at Talladega.
Awesome. Let's give a shout out to you guys, obviously, for doing the broadcasting. Obviously, Trey Graber for putting this league on. Let's give a shout out to my buddy Jesse. Me and him, he got me into this league, and we've been doing great together. The only thing I got left is let's get the rest of the season. Glad all the new drivers came out. Glad they had fun. I think it was a good, clean racing for us. So.
Well, it was a top level performance from yourself. Trey Martin, race winner here out at Michigan here this evening. Big thank you to him for coming and have a chat to us. And Jim, well, do we want to quickly chat to Trey Graber, or do we want to sign off and chat to him post race and get all the?
I mean, yeah, I think we'll clarify all that post race. We can. We're good here. We don't have anybody else in the top three that in the chat room.
No,
so.
Bailey didn't come and chat to us. He's probably a little bit cut about LSU not winning this race.
Yeah, well, and he's also he's probably still a little hurt from his sunburn for nothing today.
Probably.
So
and then Taylor Strong was in there, but then he left. So no chatting to Taylor Strong. So maybe we'll leave it to the race winner from now on this season. Maybe that's the cutoff we'll give is. You have to win the race.
Time has a lot to do with it too. So we're trying to keep things under a certain time limit. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and we'll sign off for now.
Well, a big thank you to everyone out there watching along with us, and a big thank you to everyone who has joined us for last season of I2I and now for this new season as well. And if you're new here, be sure to hit the like button, and subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing right here on the channel. A massive shout out to all the series sponsors, as well as our stream sponsors too, DRA Digital Race Engineer and Track Cams by Gourmet. All of the series sponsors help get the series on the stream for you, and the stream sponsors help us get the stream onto you as well. If you're watching with us too, as I said, hit that subscribe button, the like, and the bell icon too, so you're notified whenever we go racing. There's so much more racing action to come your way throughout Season 4 of 2025 here on iRacing and in towards Season 1 of 2026. If you want to support me, you can find me over at Infinity Broadcasting. We don't go head-to-head with Jim, so you can get a bit of me and a bit of Jim throughout the week. And even have us together on a Friday morning for me and a Thursday evening for the US locals as well. But I've been Hamish Runner with Jim Cunningham. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here with us once again for the I2I Craftsman Truck Championship. We'll see you guys next week for Talladega. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.